the music world is mourning the loss of one of its most influential and quietly powerful figures, Walter Parazaider, the founding member of the legendary rock band Chicago. As news of his passing spread, fans across generations began revisiting the music, memories, and moments that defined his extraordinary journey in the industry. Walter Parazaider was more than just a saxophonist. He was one of the original architects of a sound that changed rock music forever. In an era where bands were defined by guitars and vocals alone, he introduced a bold new vision, a rock band built around a full horn section. That idea became the foundation of Chicago, one of the most successful and enduring bands in music history. As tributes continue to pour in, attention has turned toward his later years, a period marked by reflection, family, and a gradual withdrawal from public performances. Those close to the band and its long history have often described Walter as someone who remained deeply connected to music, even when he was no longer regularly on stage. In his final years, Walter's presence in public life became quieter, but his influence never faded. Fans continued to hear his legacy every time Chicago's classic hits played on the radio, songs that carried his signature saxophone and flute work, blending rock energy with orchestral depth. Tracks like Color My World, Just You and Me, and Saturday in the Park remain timeless examples of his artistry. These songs are not just part of a band's catalog, they are part of cultural memory for millions of listeners around the world. As news of his passing spread, fans began sharing personal stories online. Many recalled concerts from decades ago, describing the powerful experience of hearing Chicago perform live with its full horn-driven sound. Others spoke about how his music became part of important life moments, weddings, celebrations, road trips, and emotional milestones. Within the band itself, Walter was widely respected not just as a musician, but as a visionary who helped shape its identity from the very beginning. Chicago's success was never built on a single frontman alone, but on a collective sound, and Walter's contribution was central to that foundation. In discussions about his later life, it is often noted that he faced health challenges associated with aging, including conditions that gradually limited his public appearances. While he stepped back from active touring, his legacy continued through decades of recordings that remained in constant rotation across radio stations and streaming platforms. Bandmates and collaborators have often described Walter as someone who valued music above fame. He was not driven by spotlight moments, but by the creative process, by the arrangement of horns, the layering of sound, and the emotional texture that made Chicago's music distinctive. As fans reflect on his passing, there is a strong sense of gratitude in the tributes being shared. Many emphasize that Walter Parazaider's work helped define a generation of music, bridging the gap between rock, jazz, and orchestral influences in a way that few artists ever achieved. His influence can still be heard in modern music arrangements, especially in bands that incorporate brass sections or experimental rock structures. His vision helped expand what popular music could sound like, and that impact continues to echo across decades. In moments like this, fans often return to the music itself. Chicago's catalog becomes more than entertainment, it becomes a tribute. Each song carries the memory of the musicians who created it, and Walter's contributions remain embedded in every horn line and melodic passage. While the emotional response continues to grow, there is also a sense of celebration in how his life is being remembered. Rather than focusing only on loss, many tributes highlight the extraordinary career he built, the music he helped create, and the generations he influenced. Walter Parazaider's legacy is not defined by a single moment, but by a lifetime of creativity and collaboration. He helped transform a small musical idea into one of the most successful and enduring bands in history. As the world says goodbye, his music continues to speak. It plays in homes, on radios, in memories, and in the hearts of fans who grew up with his sound. And in that music, Walter Parazaider's presence will always remain, not as a memory of the past, but as a living part of the songs that continue to define Chicago's legacy.